Let's have a look at this question. It talks about compound interest on a certain sum of money compounded annually for second year. Remember, it is not talking about till the end of 2 years. It is talking about second year alone, and third year alone was 242 and 220. What was the interest for the fourth year and the rate of interest respectively is what you need to figure out. Now this question is inspired from a previous year's CAT question paper. Now before we solve this particular question, let's try to learn a concept, and with the help of that concept we will try to solve this particular question. That concept, of course, you can apply it at any point in time on any other question as well, right? So let me take a random example. Let me say that the principal value was 1000, rate of interest is 10%, compound interest, and the time period is, let's say, 3 years. Now in that case, how does the compound interest for individual years move is what we need to understand. What will be the compound interest for first year? Compound interest for first year will be a 10% of 1000. 10% of 1000 turns out to be what? 100. So that will be the interest for the first year. Now, by the logic of compound interest, the compound interest for the second year must not only be charged on this 1000, but it should also be charged on this 100 as well. So your amount for the second year will turn out to be, or rather the principal for the second year will turn out to be 1100, and when you calculate the interest for second year alone, it will turn out to be 110. Now understand this thing, that the compound interest for the first 2 years put together will be 210, but for the second year alone will be what? 110. Now compound interest for the third year will be what? A 10% on 1000, 100 and 110. So 1210 is on what you will charge your interest on for the third year, which will turn out to be 121. Now this is the interest for the third year. You will observe something very interesting, that the interest for each year grows at a rate of 10%. From 100 it increases to 110, which is a growth of 10%. 1.1 times of 100 will become 110. 110 multiplied by 1.1 will become what? 121, right? So if I have to calculate the fourth year's interest, that should be effectively nothing but 121 into 1.1. So with the help of this concept, we will try to understand this particular question. It says that the compound interest for second year alone is turning out to be what? 220. Compound interest for the third year alone is turning out to be what? 242. So of course this should grow at a rate of 10%, right? Or 10% or 20%, whatever that may be, right? So if I take this 242 and divide it by 220, this should give me the multiplication factor that I'm looking forward to, correct? So if you solve this, you are going to find that this will turn out to be 1.1. If this turns out to be 1.1, then the rate of interest is turning out to be 10%. Because if it was 1.2, then the rate of interest was 20%. If it was 1.15, then the rate of interest was what? 15%. So in this particular case, the rate of interest is turning out to be 10%. So we are certain that my interest rate for this particular question should be 10%. Now they are asking me what will be the compound interest for the fourth year. Compound interest for fourth year will be effectively nothing but a 242 multiplied by this multiplication factor of 1.1. So 242 multiplied by 1.1. So 11 2s are 22, 11 4s are 44, plus 2 will turn out to be 46, and 11 2s are 22 plus 4 is 266.2. That will be the compound interest for the fourth year. So the answer to this particular question should be 266.2 and 10%, option A.